We can probably, see if it'll give us the accuracy output per epoch. But loss lower is better, okay? We deal with randomness here, and I believe running the TensorFlow and PyTorch examples, we will have comparable results. So Maniam, help me understand this, but I think you're saying that you're not seeing enough variance there to say that there is a big enough difference, right? Because to some degree you're right. We're talking about 0.89 versus 0.90, right? So yeah, maybe that's, you can just say, hey, look, that's just noise, right? Like, it's not significant. You can just say, well, it's noise, right? 0.01 difference, right? So if that's what you're trying to get across, I'm on board with that. But help me understand if I got that right. Anybody else? Anybody else? Let me bring this over for the some of the Instagram people. Anybody else? Nobody else? Last call? And Keras loss was much less than PyTorch. Okay, I like the observation. Yeah, and you're right, Lakshmi. I mean, look at Epoch 10. That's not a great loss, right? 0.58. That's terrible. Maniam says, yes, I'm trying to say that. Yeah, and I see where you're going with that, Maniam, right? It's just variance, right? The next time you run it with a different train test split or whatever, right? A different set of train test split, whole other result, right? But yeah, you're right. So, I don't single people out, right? But Yassine, my good friend, I'm surprised to not hear from you. What about this confusion matrix, Yassine? So guys, take a look at this confusion matrix. Isn't that just completely different? I think the same classes who had good accuracy and care. Is that true? What about class 3? What about class 4? Maniam says loss is changing from one epoch to another, not decrease. Yeah, Maniam. Yeah. That's not good, right? Seeing an increasing loss like that, I'm not encouraged by that. But again, what about 20 epochs? That's what we're going to do next, right? We're going to do 20 epochs on both sides. What happens then? Super interesting, right? But yeah, Maniam, you're right. But the loss here is not 100% encouraging. But coming back to the confusion matrix, Yassine, what do you think about here? How do you explain class 3? How do you explain class 4? I don't know. You could argue that PyTorch did better here, right? Leo says, Dennis, what would be your elevator pitch for using Keras? Just curious. Sir, Mr. Managing Director, I need $20,000 to send my staff to Keras training because none of us grew up in broken homes. All of us grew up with fathers in the home, so we don't want to learn PyTorch. Thank you. I mean, the ones that are poor stayed like that, and the others just got better. In the Yassine, I don't think that's true. Class 3 was not this good in the previous one. Class 3 was terrible. So I don't agree with that, Yassine. Class 3 did really good. I think even class 4 did, Like not a ton better, but it did better than Keras. Leo says, ha ha, Manosha's low. That was brutal. What? What did I say? What? You asked me for my elevator pitch. It's not my fault that my father didn't go out for cigarettes one day and never came back. Guys, come on, I'm being honest. You guys know that I'm always honest with you guys. And I'm just being honest. I use Keras because I grew up with a father in my home, okay? I'm sorry. Oh, man. I'm telling you guys, I could have 100,000 followers tonight if I put out a video talking about PyTorch sucks. Because you guys always, I get so many comments raising their fists. Why do you hate PyTorch? Oh, man. All right, but Yassine, that's jumping out at me. I think classification wise, it kind of did better on some of these classes. All right, so I think a very reasonable next test is let's do another head-to-head, but 20 epochs, right? Because we know Keras was going like this, and PyTorch a little more variance, right? So 20 epochs, guys. Let's do it. So give me some predictions. Give me some predictions in the chat. What's going to happen? We're going to double the number of epochs. And I explained to you guys what an epoch is, right? It's learning, building on top of learning, building on top of learning, building on top of learning, right? So more epochs, more better in theory, right? There's a diminishing return. But what do you guys think? Give me some predictions. All right, so we're gonna go to here. We can fix it quickly. It's gonna be here. Number of epochs is 20. Control C. In Keras, that's gonna be in the fit. 20. Okay. Here it is to Keras. Alpha says, I have a doubt. Let me know what you mean by that. Michael says Keras will still do better. Okay. All right. So we're getting some votes for Keras. So let's do the Keras side first. Okay. Just to kind of keep the order. I put my faith in Keras by Anis. Okay. Okay. So here we go with Keras, guys. Hmm. 0.914. And here's our confusion matrix. Let me bring that over for the Instagram side. And look at our validation accuracy. So a little bit more variable this time, right? It seems to kind of cap out at 0.91, a little more variance, but still kind of sorta on an upward trend. So, another 10 epochs wouldn't hurt here. But look at our accuracy now, 0.915. Monium, you can't say that. You can't. What's your rationale for saying 2 points higher? Like, I agree with you, there should be higher, but to put a quantitative value on that, I'm not sure how that's possible. I'm not on board with that, Monium. I'm on board with the concept, but not the quantitative value. You can't say that. It's dependent on your data, your use case, your network design. You can't say that. I'm not on board with that. What do you guys think? 0.91, confusion matrix up on this screen. Class 1 did really good, right? Class 3 did really good. What do you guys think? Could you elaborate more on classes for those? Sure, Leo. Which classes? Are you talking about Python classes or the classes like, that we're talking about here? Like the, like the categorical classes.